What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we review yours, well, maybe not yours, but somebody's roster who's got in touch with me about it, and we check out everything they're working towards, all of their characters, all of their teams, and see if there's anything I would do differently. Now, keep in mind, guys and girls, you are a huge part of these roster reviews as well, because I really look forward to reading your comments at the end of all of them and see what you would do differently as well if you were to take over the roster we're about to look at right now. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Happening, boys and girls, how the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are doing a roster review for Chali2na. We're going to stick with Chali from now on. He has been playing this game for 808 days, and in that time amassed a total collection power of 6.9, nearly 7 million, with his strongest team power being 489k. He's been War MVP, an absolute massive 39 times, 141 characters collected, 77 of them are max rank, all-time arena rank 6, so well up into that top 10. And yeah, let's have a little look at this roster. I'm going to put my hands up, boys and girls. This very well may be the most hungover I've ever been while filming a video. Don't judge me too harshly. Let's get into it. Right then, top of the shop, let's have a little look. We've got a massive 7 red star Shuri up there at 100k, nearly at gear tier 14 as well, really nice. 98k for Loki, nearly at gear tier 14. And what on earth is that? 97k on Elektra, 7 red stars, nearly 100k on Elektra, nearly at gear tier 14 as well. I've got to be honest, I'm going to put my hands up right away. I don't like it. I feel like it's I don't know how cheap she is to gear tier 14, but even at 7 red stars, she might be a big single target hit, right? I just don't like her. I don't like her at all. I feel like that's a lot of resources that could have gone elsewhere. Like, I've got a 7 red star night nurse, and as much as you want to level them up and stuff because they're 7 red star, at the end of the day, you got to think, no, hang on, it's Night Nurse. No, hang on, it's Elektra. You know, no, hang on, it's Ravager Boomer. And that's the category that Elektra is in. So, there's a lot of red stars on her, though. You never know, it might be your favourite character or something, but I don't like it. Right, then we go over to Hela, 86k. Mr. Sinister's favoured as well, 83. Nearly enough, 84k. Miss Marvel there at 75. We've got Thanos, Minerva. Strife is also favoured. Well worth taking him up to level 71 without a shadow of a doubt. And then Symbiote Spider-Man definitely needs a little bit of work down there at 49k. He's an absolute beast. Someone asked me the other day, like, why is it that everyone loves Symbiote Spider-Man? You know, like, what is it about him? And it's the defense down on his basic attack, the spread the defense down, massive hit on his A2 with tons of negative effects and a stun that cannot be missed at all. He's just a phenomenal character and one of the best characters in the game, bar none. Symbiote Spider-Man definitely needs some more love there. Then we go down to his brother, Mr. Carnage. And then who else have we got favoured? There is a lot of people favoured. And I've got to be honest, it starts to spread you a little bit thin. I'm guessing Blade Master is favoured due to like some type of like everyday missions. Killmonger's favoured there as well. It seems a lot to work on. One of the easier ways to do it, at least in my mind, the way that it works easier for me, is have no more than 2 lines of favoured. You know what you're working on. Those are the guys that you're working on straight away. When you've got so many people favoured, you can type of lose sight of what you're working on, if that makes sense. Ironheart is down there, Negasonic as well, and Swarm. I've got to be honest, the character that I really don't rate is Swarm at the moment. Might change when Doc Ock comes out and everything like that, but at the moment he's in a little bit of not a fan of at all. Now, with Corvus and Proxima there as well, these are the guys that I would be working on. So out of all the favorited people right now, I'd probably stick with these guys. You know what? You're looking for them, so I wouldn't even have these guys favorited. I would work big time on Symbiote Spider-Man. Thanos is pretty much there or thereabouts, and then Proxima, Corvus, and Carnage. they would be the guys that I work on. Probably Strife in there as well, and that would be like one line of characters to work on. I think those are the guys you're going to get a big bang for your buck. Then we go 95k on Phoenix. We got Nick Fury up there as well. Captain Marvel, Colossus, all the gear tier 14. Decent red stars on them. I like it a lot. 82k there on Coulson. 5 red stars on Black Bolt, 70k. Absolutely amazing character. Well worth taking up to 75. All of those things that you gave Elektra could have gone in a Black Bolt. But to be fair, I don't even know what Elektra needs, right? But they shouldn't have gone into Elektra. Then we got 81 Falcon, Invisible Woman up there as well. Heimdall. Right, scanning through Shield Assault. I like it. Ultron there, level 75. Going up towards Gear Tier 14 by the looks of it. Namor there as well. Namor's also a guy that I've taken up to level 75 and nearly Gear Tier 14. Mainly because he's pretty cheap, right? He's pretty cheap. Although I've ended up holding off on the last 2 pieces because I don't feel like I need him. He's in global as well. I don't feel like he's the right one. But for war, he's really good. Decent medic up there with Human Torch, Wolverine as well. Right, scanning through. Who else we got? 59k on Red Skull, 60k on Star-Lord, 58k on Cyclops, Storm at 60k. I like it a lot. Moving on down, we got Iron Fist there at 56, Mystique 56, Taskmaster, that's a very nice Taskmaster. Well worth going to level 71 on Taskmaster, and Ebony Maw for the extra focus, extra resistance, makes a big difference. Level 71 is definitely recommended for both Taskmaster and Ebony Maw there, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, moving on down, we've got Mordo as well. We've got Magneto. Again, well worth 71 for both Juggernaut and Magneto. The jump between level 70 and 71 is a lot of gold, right? Let's be fair, it's a lot of gold. But the extra focus, the extra resistance, anyone that's going to apply negative effects on, you want with as much focus as possible. And that jump from 70 to 71 is huge. Even if you don't want to take them up and spend the extra gold taking them up to 75, 71 is absolutely huge, guys. It really is. So Magneto, Juggernaut, Mordo's well worth taking up to 71 because they apply a ton of effects. And obviously Juggernaut is a tank. He needs that extra resistance. Makes a big difference. Right, then we got Venom there. And again, well worth working with the rest of the symbiotes. These guys are a great team. They really are. Although I struggle with them versus Asgard, if you guys watch Shanksy Strikes, they are an absolutely great team. Kingpin there, 46k. I actually really like Kingpin. I've not built him up yet, but he's a solid 5th member to pretty much any villain group that can slot in. So having a decent sized Kingpin makes a great deal of sense, right? Right, then we move down, and again, Cull Obsidian, I would be favouring. I would be getting him up there, and I think like working on Black Order is going to be absolutely huge without going into the teams yet. Right, then we've got Hulk down there, Bullseye, Sentry, Iron Man, all at level 60s as well, decent levels on all of these, and we're getting towards the bottom end of the roster, guys, and we're still seeing 40k. I like that a lot. Yo-Yo there, absolutely phenomenal character, one of my favourite characters in the game. I'd probably have her favoured as well. Unfortunately, she's not farmable, but she's well worth taking up to Gear Tier 13 at least, possibly even 14. I like her a lot. Ghost Rider there at 40k, Doctor Strange there, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, baby. All right, then moving on. Who else we got? Toad, Blob, New Brotherhood at a decent level, 36k's. Wasp down there. Just scanning through to see if there's anyone down towards the bottom that shouldn't be. Graviton at 30, Mysterio, Ultimus, all at level 60s and stuff. Boomer at level 40, Stitcher. Right towards the bottom of the shop now. Squirrel Girl, Beast. I actually really like Beast. Like, I really like Beast. But you've got a decent Cyclops, so I type of understand the reasoning behind that. X23. So a lot of the X-Force quite low down on the roster. Beast, Squirrel Girl. I've got to be honest, I don't rate Squirrel Girl at all. I don't rate the Young Avengers whatsoever. So yeah, pretty much once you got Emma Frost, that's a huge character, an absolutely huge character in Emma Frost. I would definitely have her favoured immediately and put in what you can. Right, so we know what we're working with. Let's have a little look at the safe squads. Right then, top of the shop. And I'm guessing these two are the U7 teams, right? So I'm guessing these guys are the U7 teams. I like this team a lot. I'm not a massive fan of Ultron anymore. I feel like he's a little bit weak without the red stars, but I actually really like this team. Very similar to the team that I use. I use Symbiote Spider-Man in that case instead of Ultron, but a really, really good team. I like it a lot. And then on this team, which is very, very similar, obviously without the More and Order bit, I probably would have Hela in this spot here instead of Ultron. You've got a really big Hela. She's really good in U7, and with this type of lineup, I think she'll do a lot of damage for you. And again, working on Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage is going to give you another option of going through Dark Dimension without shadow of doubt. Very, very good characters, as is Mr. Sinister as well. You've got a lot of options there when it comes to U7 teams. Right, then we go down, and the same squads guys are going to be a little bit jangled around. I tried to get them in order, but I think I've messed it up a little bit. Again, most hungover video I've ever filmed. So, I'm going to do my best, right? Right, then we go down to the Black Order. No, yeah, Black Order. Inhumans. Right, then we go down to the Inhumans. Make it stop. 270k, I like it a lot. Obviously, Black Bolt being super high there makes this squad pretty much a guaranteed win. I'd like to see a little bit more on Karnak. I'd like to see a lot more on Yo-Yo, but I like this squad a lot. Then we move down to X-Men, probably the second best team in the game, without shadow of doubt, no matter who's in this 5th spot. And with 58k, I would definitely have Cyclops there myself, and not really worry about Beast as a result of that. I do prefer Beast personally, but again, I've worked on my Beast and I didn't work on my Cyclops, so it's one of those, right? Then we move down to an absolutely beautiful Asgardian team at 420k. That's definitely going to be helping out towards getting some of them MVPs, right? Because I'm guessing with war boosts and bonuses and stuff like that, this is a saucy little team. Then we move down to Fantastic Four, 337k. Really, really good numbers for the Fantastic Four. I think I've got very similar Fantastic Four. Gives you a lot of options when you're in war. I like it a lot. Then we move down to 249k. We've got basically Captain Marvel with some of the Kree. Ultimus in there. I've not done a lot with Ultimus. I've seen him in action. I'm not convinced yet about its sustainability, but I don't see anything wrong with this team. I really like Captain Marvel, full stop. She's going to be one-hitting a lot of people, and obviously Minerva in there for that extra survivability. I like it a lot. Crossbones being down in this Emma Frost team without Emma Frost. So yeah, the Marauders make sense. Super close to unlocking Emma Frost. Obviously, once you do, get her worked up as soon as possible. Get her into this lineup. Then that is a crazy team. But I actually like Crossbones in there. It makes a lot of sense. Then moving down to the Symbiotes, and again, this is probably the team that I would start focusing on the most. I would be getting these guys up as high as possible, especially if you're thinking Dark Dimension in the long run. Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man are pretty much guaranteed musts to gear tier 14. They are phenomenal. I'm just about to go into City Lane myself, and yeah, I'm super close on Carnage. These guys are absolutely phenomenal, and again, great for certain nodes in U7 using them symbiotes. Right, then we go down to the New Brotherhood, 214k, and again, I think a lot of these teams are going to benefit hugely just by bumping them up to level 71, getting that extra resistance, getting that extra focus. You're going to see real big increases straight away. 192k on the Supernatural is a little bit low. I don't know what it is recently, guys, but I've been doing a lot of roster reviews recently, and people are sleeping on the Supernatural. They're a great team, you know. They're not okay. They're not Inhumans. They're not Black Order. They're not X-Men, but they are a good team. They're definitely up there with the likes of Fantastic Four for me, you know. They're that type of level. Don't be sleeping on the Supernatural, guys. Don't be doing it. Right, then we move down to the Fury team, and I've got to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of Operative and Trooper. I'm guessing that you're using Medic and Coulson together in a different squad, but I think that would be a better squad with them in it. I don't really feel like Operative's got much of a place. I don't really feel like Trooper's got much of a place anymore. I prefer Coulson in this team personally, but if it works, it works, baby. If it works, it works. Then we move down to AIM, solid positioning here as well with AIM and Strossi, giving that offense up to these guys. I like it a lot. Nothing wrong with that team whatsoever. Then we move down, as I thought, the new Avengers type thing with Coulson and Medic. Now, with the recent changes, it probably makes a lot of sense getting Hawkeye up in here without a shadow of a doubt, and then maybe moving Trooper in it, putting Trooper in the middle of Hulk and Captain America would actually be a really good shout. And then moving Coulson and Medic off to the Fury team would make a lot of sense in my opinion. Wakandans 272k, obviously 100k of that coming from Shuri, which makes it quite difficult in Blitz and things like that. So working on that Black Panther might not be a bad shout a little bit, but let's be fair, it's not a priority, right? Black Panther, Killmonger are great, but they're not a priority. They're not up there with the higher echelons of a lot of teams nowadays. So probably leaving this where it stands makes a lot of sense. Right, then we move down to the BK, well, no, just straight up Guardians, baby. Straight up Guardians. I like it. Solid positioning. Makes a lot of sense. Nothing wrong with that team whatsoever. I've got to be honest, I really like Vision in there. If you can, Vision in there makes a great deal of sense, but whatever. Right, then we move down to the Mercs, with Kingpin being in there. Now, the Kingpin does work in that. As I say, he works in pretty much any villain team as a solid fifth. But yeah, there's other people that you can put in there. Even Killmonger works really well. Korath works really well, but they are being used elsewhere. So you know what, Kingpin in there, I like it a lot. Then we move down to Black Order. Now, I've got to be honest, I think this, with symbiotes, are going to be your two main focal points. I think literally working on these guys are going to be absolutely crazy. This is, let's be fair, the best synergy team in the game, full stop. They need some love, baby. They need some love. They are the best synergy team in the game. X-Men being at number 2. Need that work, baby. And yeah, opens up tons of options. Absolutely tons of options. Right, we've actually already seen that. I'll close that one down. Right, then we move down to, as I say, they're all a little bit crazy order, right? Then we move down to X-Force, 168k. 4 stars on Negasonic, 2 stars on X23. Not worth working on at this point in time until these guys are either maybe more, a little bit more accessible, or after the Doc Ock event. You're not going to be able to get these guys up for Doc Ock unless buying tons of offers and stuff. So I wouldn't really worry about this team too much. And getting them to about 200k power makes a great deal of sense. A lot of people's mercs are around 230, 240. Gives you really good options in war, right? 166 for the Sinister Six. A little bit low. A little bit low. I'd like to see them a little bit higher, but honestly, again, not a team that I would prioritise working on at this point. I really feel like the symbiotes and Black Order are definitely going to be the ones. And then I think we go down to the Defenders. 269k power. Solid positioning with Luke Cage next to Daredevil for the splash damage. Nothing wrong with that team. I wouldn't really work on it anymore. At 270k, it's probably where they should be. Mine's a lot higher than it needs to be nowadays. But again, back in the day, this was a great synergy team, right? And again, now we move down to basically the Young Avengers. Miles Morales going in here would make this team better, but I've got to be honest, I don't like Squirrel Girl. I try and be positive about her, I just can't. Maybe if you had crazy high red stars, she'd type of workable, but honestly, I'm just not a fan. There's better teams out there at this point in time. Right, then we move down to, we've got 2 sets of power armor here, with obviously a little difference between Vision and Ironheart. I've got to be honest, at that level, I would probably be using this one, trying to get a little bit extra on Ironheart, and then moving Vision off entirely. Probably putting in with that Guardians team might make a little bit more sense, and obviously opens up a different save squad for you as well. And then, right. Then let's see where we're using that crazy big Elektra. 97k on Elektra. And this is definitely where she needs to be. With Ultron, Yondu. I like this squad a lot. I'm not a massive fan of any of these characters, but I'm a massive fan of using your biggest leftover characters that don't really fit anywhere else, whacking them with an Ultron and getting those blitz wins without a shadow of a doubt. And then obviously Kree might be worth finishing up on Kree Reaper, just to be able to get that 7 stars on Fury. I thought there was 7 stars on Fury, but no, obviously not. So just finishing up on Reaper makes a lot of sense. But without a shadow of a doubt, roster's looking really good, man. Some nice big red stars on a lot of them. I think the biggest bang for your buck, without a shadow of a doubt, is pretty much dropping everything and working fully all out on Black Order. Is going to make a crazy difference, and symbiotes. Those would be the teams that I'm focusing on. They would be literally what I'm grinding away. Every bit of my energy would be going towards getting them guys up. Level 71, gear tier 13. You're laughing. You're laughing. Right, boys and girls, what about you at home? What would you be doing if this was your roster? If you were to take over this roster right now, what would your priority be? Can't wait to see the comments. Guys and girls, thank you for watching. I love your faces. I'm off to bed. Discord links are down below. Live stream links are down below. All that type of good stuff. But until next time, Commanders, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy.